Meet Yousuke Yukimatsu, the 46-year-old Japanese DJ who took the Boiler Room show in Tokyo by storm last November. His story is anything but ordinary. You might be wondering, how did a middle-aged construction worker transform into a shirtless DJ, captivating one of the wildest crowds in Boiler Room history? Well, every famous DJ has their rise to fame, but Yusuke's is like no other. Born in Osaka, Japan in 1979, Yusuke was right in time for Japan's bubble economy period. During this era, Japan witnessed a boom in consumer culture, including music, fashion, and technology across Japan. Yusuke states that as a child, he remembers moving around a lot, and his first memories come from the Johto ward area. This neighbourhood was known for its working-class population, which aligns with Yusuke's father, who was a part of the working class at this time. Yusuke's first exposure to music as a child came from his father, who introduced him to bands such as Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, and the Beatles at home. On Sundays and late evenings, Yusuke's father transformed their small, cluttered garage into a cosy record shop. Stacks of vinyls lined the walls, each sleeve a window into a different world. Locals would wander in, thumbing through records while rock classics hummed softly in the background. But young Yusuke wasn't impressed. While his dad played Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin, he had his headphones on, lost in the catchy tunes of mainstream pop. When Yusuke entered 5th grade, he began to develop his own musical taste, falling in love with Japanese rock duo Bees after borrowing a tape from one of his friends. During this time, he became obsessed with the band and started collecting their CDs. Yusuke would also watch Music Station, which was a popular Japanese television music station in the 1980s. He says he would rent CDs of songs he liked from the Music Station rankings and dub them onto tapes to make mixes of his favourite tracks. In middle school, Yusuke was introduced to Western music for the first time through Aerosmith's iconic 1993 album Get a Grip. During these middle school years, Yukimatsu's musical preferences expanded to include hard rock and metal bands like Aerosmith, Judas Priest, and Guns N' Roses. It was very easy for Yusuke to venture into these genres of music, as he recalls there always being so much music around the house, so he just kept exploring. It was at this time that Yusuke was interested in creating a band, so he acquired a Les Paul guitar replica, inspired by Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash. However, his dream of forming a band never happened, due to a lack of friends sharing the same interest. In high school, his fascination with hard rock, heavy metal, and alternative rock began. It was here that Yusuke fell in love with the American band Sonic Youth and British electronic music band The Prodigy. After graduating from high school, Yukimatsu went on to work as a swimming instructor, as he had been a serious swimmer all his life. At the same time, Yusuke wanted to become a physical therapist, applying 3 times to a tough school in Osaka. On his 3rd try, Yukimatsu followed the interview manual to the letter and got in. But he realised he liked music more, and maybe someone else needed the spot more than he did, so he declined. However, making no money from music at the time, Yusuke began to work in manual labour as a construction worker, inspired by literary works that romanticised the beauty of physical work. At this point in his life, Yusuke started checking out all kinds of music and ended up discovering techno. Yukimatsu first started DJing Jing in 2008, falling in love with the craft and showing off his skills for the first time at a friend's party in his hometown, eventually persuading them to make him a regular addition to the lineup. He spent his early career playing at small parties near the Osaka and Kobe areas in Japan. The turning point, he says, came in 2014 when he played alongside DJ Nobu. Nobu was so taken with Yukimatsu's set, he invited him to play at his legendary Future Terror party in Tokyo. And from this, Yusuke began his journey from budding artist to Japan's DJ's DJ playing at parties. Yukimatsu began building a devoted fan base of Japanese electronic fans and international music heads in the know. Yukimatsu established his own party in 2016 called Zone Unknown, wanting to create something of his own. With shows in Osaka and Kobe, the party welcomed guests such as Palmistry and Kamixlo, and even got Arca to sing live during one of his sets. In 2016, when everything seemed to be sailing smoothly for Yusuke, he was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. This led to Yusuke quitting his construction job and pursuing his passion for being a DJ full-time. Yusuke's life completely changed after 2016, and it would never be the same again. Before, Yusuke barely slept, working long days in construction, DJing all night on weekends, and heading straight back to work without a break. Afterwards, Yusuke began to take his time to enjoy simple things, like savouring meals and going for walks. He also focuses on relaxing, which he says he's not good at. He wants to share his story, show people you can survive and keep going, even while taking care of your body. In November 2024, almost 9 years after being diagnosed with brain cancer, Yusuke headlined the Boiler Room show in Tokyo, and since then his set has gone viral on social media. If you watch the video, it is evident that the way he is able to captivate the crowd is unmatched. The energy in the room was one of the craziest in recent history. It feels as if Yusuke could play almost any song and the crowd would go crazy just because of how much of an icon he is. Yukimatsu's future as a DJ looks bright. His unique style combined with his story and crowd control make him a must-see DJ if you get the chance. Yusuke's story is a reminder to chase your dreams. As ancient Chinese philosopher Confucius once said, "We have two lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one."